going on, everybody? Welcome to another review of The Shy, the season finale, actually, episode 10, Ease On Down the Road. Ambitious Ace.
Ease on down the road. Y'all don't know the words, y'all motherfuckers. Corny. Dame Diddy.
Ambitious Ace. So, Jerica, man, I know you want to start off with that.
Yo, fuck Jerica. Fuck Jerica. I just want to bring something to you guys. Well, first of all, in the comments, do you guys like Jerica?
Do y'all despise her as much as we do?
Yeah, I don't like her. Every time I see her face, I just start getting annoyed.
I mean, because she's just I'm not even going to get into it.
The other thing I wanted to point out is the women on The Shy, they aren't really too redeemable. I mean, Emmett's mother.
Yeah.
Kevin's mother.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Everybody else has had some stuff where you're just like, yo, really?
Right.
But, yeah, screw Jerica. Screw Emmett's baby mother.
Yes.
I can't remember what her name is. Trish?
No, it's something else.
I don't remember what her name is.
Tiffany.
Tiffany?
Yeah, there you go.
Screw her.
Yeah.
Man, forget her. She's one of those abusive women that like abusive relationships. Stay away from them.
It was kind of funny seeing the boyfriend on the ground, though. I'm not trying to say abuse is right, but I'm just saying.
It was not funny.
No, for him trying to act all hard.
Me Too movement.
Him acting all hard to him.
That's how I'm saying.
Slip me a bill, and I'm going to keep her in check.
Report card
you did a real good job keeping her in check, I guess.
Ambitious Ace is part of the report card, but the report card does not currently associate itself with those comments.
For all that mess he was talking.
Me too.
That's it.
I'm hey, hashtag me too.
Anyways, move on.
Anyway, yeah. How you feel like Trice got what he deserved?
In a way, yes. Because what he did, Jason was just downright wrong. But for allowing it, I can't say two wrongs make a right. Because he did just let him get all stumped out like that. I mean, it put a little bit more on it of what he did, a little more pressure. So I understand why Quentin did him the way he did, or let Reg do him the way he did.
Well, he didn't even do him that bad.
He just had him tell the story, but
he did the officer. Yeah, he did the officer bad. Officer Bill Wallace.
that was crazy.
Do you feel like Cruz is gonna properly investigate the murder of Wallace now?
I think he'll look. I don't think he'll do it real thoroughly. I mean, I think he's pretty. I wouldn't say he's happy or pleased, but he's just like, yeah, you got what you came, what was coming for you, because all season he's been pressing on it and everything like that, and Wallace was kind of acting like he was the one in control when he really wasn't.
Yeah, it felt good to see him get headbutted too.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yeah. But how did you feel about the play?
Oh, the play was really nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how I think every moment that the Shy takes notice of, like, any kind of scene of happiness or anything is done really well to let you know that it's not really caught up in all the violence that is going on, everything. There's always that one time of like, okay, everything's okay.
I mean, I feel like this episode was pretty balanced in like happiness and like somewhat negativity in a sense.
Yeah, you can say that.
It may have been probably more balanced towards the negativity, but the one thing, like one of the things, and this is me nitpicking, that kind of got on my nerves was like when Ronnie's looking at Brandon.
Yeah, it was kind of
Lorraine's kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, she picked that up a little too well.
Yeah, it was just like it was like convenient.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, yeah, you must know him. I saw the way you was looking at him, or he looked at you, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'll buy it.
I mean,
whatever.
Normally the people in the courtroom know the person in the back of the courtroom is the family.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. But how did you feel about?
Pause.
Nah, I'm trying to. I don't even. We went away from something.
Want to get on Jake?
There you go.
Yeah.
How did you feel about your boy Jake?
It's sad, to see somebody go down that path. But I felt for Kevin, but I like the way that Papa handled it. He didn't really try to tell him what to do or anything. He just, gave him a hug, gave him the crucifix and everything like that. And it's just kind of a symbol to be like, I'll pray for you. I'm going to be thinking about you. Hopefully nothing bad happens to you. But, you got to go on your own decisions. And I think that's why Papa is like the brightest character on the show, because even though he's funny, he's kind of like the heart of everything. He knows that everybody's not gonna be a certain type of way, but I think he knows how to look for the goodness in people. And I think Kevin needs to kind of see that, like, I know you want the best for your boy, but sometimes you just gotta let him go.
Yeah, I just feel like Jake is one of those kind of kids. Like everybody knows somebody like Jake, where he's just enticed by that lifestyle, and he just kind of wants to live it because he thinks it's fun, and he sees his sibling doing pretty well doing it. But anything illegal don't last too long.
How do you feel like the Jake feels? Because I kind of feel like when Reg was like, "What you want to do now?" When he posted up on the boys, telling him about Trice, Jake kind of didn't really know what to say at that moment. Like, he didn't really know what to do.
But he's the one that probably mentioned to go to the play. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I think it was a more direct question, like, what you want to do now, like, as far as this life. And I don't think he knew what to say.
Yeah, he's like, you want to go get some new shoes or something? Like, he's like, nah, I really want to go watch this play.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still a kid, but you can see him trying to fight the urge to be a kid in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Right. How did you feel about Ronnie's journey?
Well, it's good to see him actually face everything that he's done after a whole season of wallowing and everything like that. I get that it was a inner turmoil struggle and everything, but it's finally good to see him face reality. Because I feel like the whole season he was just trying to just ignore it and everything like that. So it's good to see him finally face it. I just hope that it doesn't water down the next season, because, I mean, I get this probably going to be some kind of redemption arc or anything like that. I don't know if Common's character is going to come see him in prison or anything like that. That could happen. But other than that, we'll see how that develops. I mean, I think that was my whole issue with this episode. It was just like, it was a good season finale, but it didn't really leave much to anticipate for the next season. The only thing that I am anticipating is what Reg is going to do with Brandon.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I wanted to point out before we even, head that direction is I feel like the reason why Ronnie was getting treated the way he was being treated in jail is because he killed a kid. And I feel like that's going to come back to bite him in the butt because I feel like some people might try to attack him in jail or kill him or something like that. But what do you think that Reg is going to try to get Brandon to do?
Hustle that taco money, man. I mean, really. I mean, I don't know about the whole credit thing. Maybe he'll try to get him to start some other kind of businesses now that he got some revenue rolling in. But I think he sees how one thing I think I was about to forget. Maybe he might use that as another way of selling drugs or anything like that.
That's what the route I think they're going to go.
Yeah.
That seems to make sense. He's probably going to try to sell drugs while they're...
Because he was like, we going mobile. He said something like that. We going mobile or something like that. So
yeah, I mean, if I was Brandon, I'd just give homeboy the money. But if he did that, there'd be no TV show.
Yep. I mean, it's always a consequence of your actions. And, man.
How do you grade the season? Or how do you grade the episode first?
The episode, I get an episode B-. I thought it was, it was dope. But it was all right.
Yeah,
could have been better, but it kind of. Do you think it closed everything that happened this season? That's one of the major problems with me. Like, it really didn't. Like, oh, that was a good season kind of thing. I still really enjoyed the season, but I just don't think it really closed the chapters of everything the way I wanted it to. But I'm still excited about the next season. I'm just not as amped as I should be. At least I think.
Yeah, well, I think the season finale, Ease on Down the Road. If I was gonna give it a grade, I give it a B-. And the reason why I give it a B- is because kind of some of the things you said, like as far as the season finale is not something that I'm just gonna remember. Yeah. I'm probably gonna need some type of refresher by the time season. And then I'm not excited. Like I'm not like how I was at the end of Power. Where I'm like, yo, I need it right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. I'm
and not to relate it to anything like that, but like any type of show needs that good.
I mean, I felt like that at the end of season Arrow last year when the island blew up.
Yeah,
it's just like, yo, I need to know what happened.
Exactly.
Now, I don't feel like I need to know what happened. I feel completely content waiting until this time of year next year to see season 2 of The Chi, which is not a bad thing.
It's not because, one thing that the season as a whole done well, I think, is present its characters in the city of Chicago. Like, I think it has done that really well. So I'm interested on that perspective again, and that's what's going to have me anticipating another season. It's just the approach it takes to his characters and the city around them and everything like that. So yeah.
How you grade the season?
Season, I'll give a solid B. I thought it was a real dope show, real dope starts. Like, there's not like a lot of good dramas other than Power and all that stuff like that. So yeah, I'll give it a good solid B.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give it a B minus.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm gonna give it a B minus is because, well, let me start off with the good stuff. I think they have some strong characters. I wish we would have got to know Coogie longer because he seemed like a really cool character. They started off with really good, plots and areas where it just looked like it needed to expand it on those areas. But I'm gonna give it a B minus for missing information and then some sloppy writing at times.
Right.
Because like we didn't know that Brandon had sex with his boss.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily have to show the whole thing, but y'all just showed them kissing at the end of the episode. I'm supposed to know that they had sex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I still don't feel like the way Brandon handled the situation with Jerica and her cheating was appropriate because, and the reason why I say that is because he saw the guy. And then he even said, how long have I been the other guy? And then he never really addressed that portion of it again.
We never got the answers. So, yeah. He
So,
might have got something, but we never saw it.
Yeah. And it's just a couple other things, like kind of little small minor things that I felt were kind of like sloppy. But overall, man, the show is really good. And I actually enjoy the show. It wasn't a point where I was just like, yeah, I don't want to watch it this week.
Right.
I wanted to see it. And it's a pretty good show, man. I can't wait for season 2, man.
Yeah, well, let us know what you thought about this episode and the season as a whole. There's already season 2 on the way. Let us know if you're excited, your thoughts on it, and what you want for season 2.
Yeah, man, and since this show's going off, man, if there's some dope TV shows that you guys are watching that you guys would like us to review, man, just let us know. Hit us up in the comments.
Hey, watch Black Lightning, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Y'all got to support Black Lightning. That's another great show.
Y'all got to support Black TV shows because they just going to take them off the air if y'all don't.
Just do it,
like,
man.
it's mad corny. But, yeah, man, hit us up in the comments, likes, subscribe to the podcast, and let us know what TV shows you guys are watching and, some dope stuff that you guys are into. We probably going to be doing the TV show Rapture on Netflix. Some other stuff, man. We'll figure out what to do while Tasha's out and Power don't come back till June.
Yep.
Or July. I don't know.
One of those months.